What's up guys, welcome to a new video. My name is Joop from the Clips, aka Macaroni with the Cheese, and today I got a brand new video. Today is Saturday 30 March of 2024. This is my X account, Joop from the Clips. You can follow me on my Twitter socials, my YouTube channel, Joop from the Clips. Every weekend I try to make some videos about crypto, stocks, and investing in assets. So today I got a brand new video for you guys, and my subjects are: we're gonna talk about the overall markets sentiment, market update, the fear and greed. We're gonna talk about the SPY, the DXY, gold. We're gonna talk about Bitcoin. Trump just launched a new stock. Sam Altman, PayPal, and we got a few losers and winners. But with that being said, let's start with the video. The SPY is basically the whole S&P 500 ETF. It basically shows you guys what the S&P 500 is doing. We're currently at the price of 523 points, and it's been rallying up all the way back from October 2022. And yeah, we're still going up, guys. And this is on the weekly chart, and I will put it on a monthly, and then you see that we are still going up. It's still red candles, green candles, so we in the positive, and there's still a lot of fuel in the tank to go up, but that doesn't mean there are a few corrections and pullbacks on the way. So for that being said, the QQQ also 444 points, still positive. As you can see, it did make a cup and handle, but up, and then it went all the way up. A cup and handle is a positive chart printing pattern where it's basically saying, yo, we have reached support level and we're going back up. This is what they call a cup and handle. So the QQQ did a cup and handle, and we are continue going up as the sentiment of the market is still in the green, although the Federal Reserve still wants to cut interest rates, and they are planning to do 3 interest rates cuts this year still. But because of the market is still positive, maybe they could even start next year. So they have to see and wait, because they cannot cut interest rates with the current sentiment and the environment that we live in. The market is too positive, it's too strong, so they will break the market if they cut too early, and they will also break the market if they cut too slow. So the fear and greed index is basically telling us that we are in greed. It's a bull market, we're positive, and the last time the fear and greed was in greed was a week ago, so we're still above 50. So last week was greed 67, we're still in greed, but then at 71, and the previous greed was at 70, so we're still in the green, we're still positive. When the fear and greed is gonna go to the next period of time, so the extreme greed, so that means above 75 points, that could be very tricky. That could also be a good indicator that we're gonna have a pullback, we're gonna have a correction. But we've been on the positive note for the fear and greed effects for about a few weeks now. So that means we're still positive, we're still bullish, and the market is strong. The market is not showing any weakness, so we're still bullish. Gold. So gold been also doing it good. Gold basically rallied up, as I've been telling you guys. So this is on the monthly. So as you can see, gold had made a peak back in August 2020, so COVID time, and then it basically consolidated all the way back to 1600. And now it's back up to the $2,233 to be exact. So there's a lot of potential for gold with the current market state and the economic environment. Gold is not stopping to play with the upper levels, so around the 2,000 and going high. I do think in the long run we could see gold in the area of the 4,000 and the 5,000. So that's so far for gold. And yeah, also it's still above the 20 simplified moving average. That's the blue line, as you can see, and I will make it much more bluer for you guys to see even better. So that means it's still above the blue, and it's also above the 200 exponential moving average, so it's still in the positive. Okay, my next subject is Bitcoin. Let's see what the price of Bitcoin is. Let's see, guys. Let's see what the price of Bitcoin is. So the price of Bitcoin currently is at $69,977, and it basically had a run. And keep in mind, the next month we'll have halving. We'll have a Bitcoin halving. If you have seen my previous videos, Bitcoin halving basically means that the amount of Bitcoin that being earned by mining is going to be halved, is going to be reduced by 50%, and it happens every 4 years. So this year is going to happen at April, around 20 April. I'm not sure of that, but if you have seen my previous videos, then you could see what the exactly date is. So currently Bitcoin has 69,000, and yeah, positive. So what I want to talk with you guys is basically the mempool. So Bitcoin mempool is basically a transaction cryptocurrency network node is going to tell you how much transaction costs going to be when sending Bitcoins from your wallet to another wallet, because we all have to consider that doing transaction on a Bitcoin network, it costs fees, and it depends how busy the traffic is on the Bitcoin network. That's also going to translate how much you're going to pay for the fee to do the transaction. So to be more specific, I'm going to read it up. A mempool, short for memory pool, is a queue of pending and unconfirmed transaction for a cryptocurrency network node. There is one global mempool. Every node on the network maintains its own mempool, so different nodes may hold different transactions in their mempool. And what mempool basically does, it basically shows you what the transaction fee is, how many sats you will pay, and how much that is. So as you can see, currently now you pay 8 sats, that's equivalent to $78, and you pay 9 cents for a very low priority. You pay 10 sats, that's equivalent to $98 for a transaction. And if you want your transaction to go very high, so it will execute very quick, then you will pay 11 sats of that's equivalent to $1.08. So mempool is basically a website who's going to tell you what is the new block that's being created with all those transactions. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, you basically have to do more due diligence on how the Bitcoin network works. And it basically have blocks, and every blocks have their transaction, and every time the block is created, that's when it's gonna transfer to the blockchain, where all those transactions are transparent. So this is block 836,944. It has 1,100 transactions, and it has been created 30 minutes ago. So, and the average pay for those transactions was around 8 to 128 sats. So that's everything that I want to share with you guys about mempool. I use mempool to make a decision when I'm gonna do a Bitcoin transaction and how much the fee is. And yeah, it's very interesting to have this mempool in your favorites on your website, to know when you're going to do a transaction, if it will go fast, and what's the reason that it's been holding so long. So that's for so far about the Bitcoin mempool. So my next subject is Trump. You guys know I'm a big believer in the guy Trump. I'm a big believer that he will win the election this year. But my guy Trump, he basically he just had launched a new stock, and this stock is called DJT, Donald J. Trump, and it's basically a merge between two companies. And yeah, he just launched, and I believe in this guy, and I do think you all have to do your due diligence. So what basically happened, he basically has a media company, and the media company goes by Trump Media Technology Group, and he merged with another company. He basically bought the company, and they're working together, but he's the main owner. As you can see, you all know that Trump is the owner. He's the big guy. So he launched a new stock. Basically, this is not really new, but he merged with an existing company, Digital World Acquisition, and they made a merge and they launched the stock under the new ticker name DGT. So yeah, so what basically happened, the stock already had launched. The stock had launched on the 26th of March, so 4 days ago. And this is the stock DGT, ticker DGT, Donald J. Trump. And it basically, yeah, it already merged. It merged like 59%. I hope you guys all can see my screen. But it basically merged. It basically soared all the way up for 59%. So I was like, yo, I have to do some research on this new stock. It's very interesting. And it already merged. So the stock was very low. You could buy this stock, but not with the endorsement of Trump. So now you can buy the stock. I already bought a few, but I do think because of elections is coming, and I do think that Trump is gonna win. I do think that this could be something interesting in the few months ahead coming, because we all know Trump versus Biden. The new we're in a presidential year. Is going to be a very heated up a battle between Trump and Biden, the establishment, the Democrats, and it's very interesting. So the stock basically soared 59% on the first day, and that's equivalent to $3 billion. So it went all the way up from, let me see, all the way up from $2.5 billion all the way up to 27.8, something in that region. And it's very interesting to see what this guy is doing. This guy is all about hype. This guy knows how to make something out of nothing. And I will bring the financials right here. Let me put it on the summary. So the currently price of the stocks is $61 and the market cap is 7 billion. So it already went up like 3 billion, and we all know that Trump still have to pay the court because of the whole fraud scheme with his election campaign. So as I said, the price of the stock soars 50% minutes after it began public trading under the ticker DGT. And we all know the symbol pays direct homage to the company former chairman and director and the 45th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. We believe that the commencement of trading GDT on the public market testified America's demands for free speech platform to reject this discipline, because Trump knows the real game is being played on the market. So we have to wait and see. And I think this could be a very, very, very good stock, that it could create some new things. So it's basically the only product that they have is through social media. We all know that Trump basically was blocked off Twitter and Facebook, and that was the moment that he was planning to create his own social media platform, and that basically is what he did. And it's very interesting guy, and yeah, everything that the establishment and the Democrats are doing right now is basically making him the bigger opponent, is basically making him the bigger man. And I still believe in this man. I do think that he will crush the swamp, he will crush the Democrats, he will crush the whole deep state, because he's basically on the right side. He is he's on the right path of life. He's in the positive note. He's doing everything he wants for the American people, and I do believe that he is the Messiah, to be real. So we all here voting for Trump, doing his thing, and yeah, it's very interesting to see how things are developing of the whole thing with the Democrats and the Republicans. So I'm rooting for Trump. 2024 is the year of Trump. He's going to be the president of the United States, and we have to wait and see what's going to happen. So my next subject is Sam Altman. So Sam Altman is the CEO of OpenAI. We all know OpenAI, ChatGPT. So he basically created the whole ChatGPT where we all can make use. This is ChatGPT where we all can put our query and research things on different subjects. As you can see, I did my research on Democratic, Western, etc., and you can all type things in and it will reply with some information. So the creator of ChatGPT, Sam Altman, he has a stake in Reddit, and it's equivalent to 600 million after the first day pop on New York's exchange. We all know that Reddit.com is a place where nerds are coming together, and this is Reddit.com. So Sam Altman is also a big player of Reddit.com. He's been using Reddit.com for 9 years, as he said on his own platform. So it is very interesting to see that that guy is investing in Reddit. So currently the stock of Reddit is $49 per share, and we all have seen that the stock is going down at the moment. So this is the stock of Reddit, and I'm always interested where the money is going. So Reddit is very new on the public stock exchange. The day they launched was 18 March of 2024, so that was like 12 days ago, and I'm still gonna see what this stock is gonna do. It's currently at its lows, $49 per share, but with these big investors like Sam Altman, and they have a big portion of those stocks, I do think that it's very interesting to do your research on this stock. So Altman's stake in social media site ballooned from 200 million to over 630 million. Shares of the 90-year-old company has jumped 48%, trading to close $50. Sam Altman, 38 years old, is among the biggest Reddit shares with control of 7.6 of outstanding shares. Yeah, so this guy basically has, as you can see, and I'll make it bigger for you guys to see. So Sam Altman, as you can see right here, he owns 7.6% of Reddit shares, and that's a big portion. So if this guy is investing in a company like Reddit, I would say it's very interesting to see what this guy can do, because he basically knows something. And what is going to happen is they're going to try to do some advertising like Facebook, and that's the way they're gonna make money. But I'm a big believer of and a big fan of the whole Reddit company, the whole Reddit community. And he's also said something in his post, his blog. He said, "I'm very excited to share that I'm investing in Reddit. I've been daily Reddit user for 9 years, longer than pretty much any other service I still use besides Facebook, Google." And he continues, "I was probably in the first dozen people to use the site. Reddit is an example of something that started out looking like a silly toy for wasting time and has become something very interesting. It's been an important community for me over the years. I can find like-minded people that I can't always find in real world. For many people, it's important as their real-world communities, and Reddit is very powerful when it comes to coordinating real-world action. First, it's always bothered me that users create so much of the value of the site like Reddit but don't own any of it." So yeah, that could also be a big reason when they went public. And yeah, you have to check the blog of this guy Sam Altman, and I do think it's very interesting to do your due diligence on why this guy is owning so much shares. 70.5, and the 70.6 is equivalent to 600 million in value, and that could be around, I think, 11 million shares. So you gotta do your due diligence, guys. You gotta do your due diligence. So my next subject is PayPal. We all know PayPal, the company PayPal, where you do your transactions. So PayPal is currently at the price of $66. I'm also a big investor in PayPal. It's the number 4 on my portfolio or something. And what do we see PayPal is doing? It basically above the 20 simple moving average. So that means PayPal is ready to go upstairs. We still have to wait PayPal doing some positive numbers. So I mark it up here around the 70. I still want to see PayPal above the $77. But for now, it went up further than the October lows of 2023, when it had the price of $50. So we all have to wait and see what PayPal is doing and what they're going to do in the near future. But I do think PayPal is a very interesting company. So back in 2021, PayPal had the price of $275 per share. So keep in mind, guys, keep in mind, PayPal is still one of those companies where you want to have in your portfolio. It's not financial advice. Everything what I say on my YouTube channel is not financial advice, but you have to do your own due diligence. So I'm almost at the end of my video. We have a few winners. So as I said, the winner, the big winner of today's video is DJT. That's the Donald J. Trump stock. I do think that in the near future it would have some significant important role to play, because Trump is still the one leading into the debate and the big position of being the next president of the United States. So we all have to see what's basically going to happen. So we have a few losers. The few losers is Apple, Tesla, and Google. I have to share this with you guys. So Apple, Tesla, and Google are not doing great lately. So Apple is currently at the price of $171. They're not doing great. As you can see, it almost is losing its support at the 20 simple moving average. So I think we could see some lower levels around the 150s or the 120. And Tesla is also not doing great. I do think that those guys are losing their position in the Magnificent Seven. And Tesla is also battling with the lower levels. So we're keeping it still interesting to see what those companies are doing. But with the big interest rates that play now, the environment that we live in, companies like Tesla cannot battle with those high interest rates. And it's very interesting to see what those companies are doing. So I'm still waiting for Tesla to reach these lower levels. It could be reaching around the 130, the 150. So first it had to execute the low levels around 150, and then I will see and buy more shares. But for now, I'm not touching Tesla. So last but not least, Google. We have to see what Google is doing. Google, I don't own any shares of Google, and Google is still a big company. They're still doing it great, but we have to see what Google is doing. Google currently at the price of $150 per share, and I do think that Google still has some fuel in the tank to go up. It also did a cup and handle, so it's a bullish to see where Google is doing. But we could see some lower levels due to the market have to make a correction. So this was a not too long video. I hope you guys liked it. Follow me on my YouTube channel, Joop from the Clips, and I will see you guys on the next video. And stay invested. Follow me on my Twitter channel, and on my X account. I have to tell you guys where I share a lot of information about stocks, crypto, and what's basically happening in the world. So I hope you like this video. I hope you stay invested, because we're living in a cautious time and there's a lot of things happening in the world. With that being said, hope to see you on the next video, and we out.